The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. How you doing today? Ken Shreve with you. With TFNN. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing. If you want to call the show, you have a question about this market, you can do that toll free, 877-927-6648. You can catch Breakout Investing on TFNN 2 days a week right now, Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 Eastern. My show is also available as a podcast on iTunes. And don't forget, very easy way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in TFNN.mobi right in your smartphone browser, and you can listen to the stream that way as well. Don't forget about Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN.com. The show is carried live on Channel 1, and if you're using Tiger TV, you can look at charts that I'm looking at on my screen. So be sure to check out Tiger TV, and the show is archived on Channel 13. So decent performance for the market today. Let's see where we're at. We've got about 50 minutes left to go in Thursday's session. Let me go ahead and refresh the S&P 500 chart here. We're, let's see here. Is that right? The S&P 500 says it's up 1.3%, close to 17 points to 1314. Now, if that is true, I just checked the market about 5 minutes ago, and the market was selling off pretty good, or at least selling pressure was starting to build in the market. But let me just check another source here. Yep, well, it looks like S&P 500 up 1 point. There's probably breaking news right when I went on air, so I'll try to track that down for you as the show gets going here. But S&P 500 up near its session high, 17 points, 1.3% to 1314. Let's move over and take a look at the NASDAQ Composite, which literally just 1 or 2 minutes ago it was negative on the day. Now the the NASDAQ Composite is up 22.5 points, 0.8% to 2841. Very interesting. It's caught me a little bit off guard here, but so we don't know what is causing this huge rally over the past 2 minutes. But hey, it's exciting. Let's take a look at the Dow here. Dow Jones is up 1.5%, 190 points to 12,686. So anybody wants to give a call, perhaps they have a news source that I'm checking some online sources here. Don't see anything in particular that is driving this news, but if you have any information, feel free to call 877-927-6648. All right. U.S. dollar index. Well, at last check, that was at 82.03. 82.03. Things are moving quickly here, but let's go ahead and take a look at the U.S. dollar index. This is a chart that is the index as of yesterday's close. You see the dollar index closed at 82.06. So it was mostly unchanged a few minutes ago, and we'll see what that looks like right now. It looks like the dollar index is now at 81.99. So you can see the greenback index trading below its 20-day moving average. The fact that it has given up that support level means that a trip to the 50-day moving average could be in play here, which is currently around 80.64. So we'll see if that U.S. dollar index continues to weaken here. Okay, a couple of big headlines coming up here. I was going to say that headed into this weekend, my suspicion is that a lot of people are not going to want to be short going into the weekend. We've got this Greek election coming up on Sunday, parliamentary elections. Today, the Athens General Index, this is the stock index in Athens, jumped 10.1%. Pretty impressive move by the Athens stock market today, but we've got that election game that looms large on Sunday. I doubt people are going to go into the weekend with heavy short positions. Another reason not to be short here is that we've got a 2-day Fed meeting coming up next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, a 2-day meeting. We'll get that policy statement on Wednesday, and there's growing consensus that we could see some action by the Fed. Maybe they continue with Operation Twist. I believe Operation Twist was supposed to end right around now, mid-June. I believe is when the Fed said that they were going to end it, but they may continue it. Operation Twist, of course, is selling at the short end and buying at the long end to keep long-term interest rates low. Yield on the 10-year note was recently just over 1.6%, 1.61, 1.62 thereabouts. The yield on the 30-year bond all the way down to 2.7%. So pretty incredible move by the market here. Like I said, I went on air at about 3 o'clock Eastern, 3:01 Eastern. I had seen the NASDAQ give back early gains. It had turned negative. Right now, the composite, now is only up 0.5%, almost 15 points to 28.33, but it is still trading up near its session high. And let's check in one more time with the S&P 500 here. Last check, that was up about 1%, and it is still up close to 14 points, 1% to 1328. So all in all, not a bad session for stocks. Seeing some interesting. Still see a lot of former leaders out there with very questionable charts. Not that surprisingly, your big leaders during the first quarter, a lot of them are under pressure here. Their charts look broken to me. Seeing some stocks out there with the ability to lead going forward, I think. We'll take a look at some of those in just a little bit, but bottom line is we're day 9 of a rally attempt for the major averages. Still no follow through, but it's not out of the question that we could see it as early as today, or perhaps sometime next week, or at least over the next several days. Volume right now, at last check, not. Okay, well, here we have, let's see, Market Watch reporting, stocks rally on report, central banks ready to move. Okay, so maybe this coordinated, the coordinated move by central bank, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, the Fed, who knows, to lower interest rates. Maybe that's happening. Could be rumor right now, but it's very, very fluid. But hey, we'll take a late day rally here. And at last check, volume on the New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq was tracking pretty close to what we saw yesterday. What we saw yesterday was very tepid volume. So yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange, volume was below average at just over 700 million shares. Nasdaq volume on Wednesday also below average at just under 1.6 billion. So I suppose when this news broke about central banks ready to move here, that could result in some additional volume coming into the market. But let's just see how things shake out near the end of the day here. But encouraging news for sure, folks. Don't forget to also, I meant to mention this at the top of the program, but with the popular Tiger Dollar promotion at TFNN.com. If you purchase Tiger Dollars before Sunday, June 24th, or through up until Sunday, June 24th. If you purchase Tiger Dollars on Sunday, June 24th, you're still good. But you can use Tiger Dollars to buy premium services at TFNN.com. You get a match of up to 20, 25, 30% on your money, depending on how many dollars you purchase. But the difference this time is that if you take advantage of this offer, which runs through June 24th, you're going to get access to 7 live 90-minute webinars from a lot of different TFNN market people, including myself. I have a 90-minute online webinar scheduled for July 18th. In this webinar, you'll get an idea of how I go about running my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter, model portfolio, how I approach the market. So be sure to take advantage of this Tiger Dollar offer before Sunday, June 24th. Great deal, always a very popular offer at TFNN.com. Okay, other headlines today. Let's just take a look at R. Alan Stanford finally gets sentenced to 110 years in prison. R. Alan Stanford was a Texas businessman, bilked investors out of more than $7 billion over a 20-year period. Big Ponzi scheme. Still did not admit he did anything wrong today in court, but he was given 110 years. It could have been a lot more, but 110 years still pretty stiff. Remember, the Stanford's trial was delayed for a while after he was declared incompetent in January 2011 due to an anti-anxiety drug addiction he developed while in jail. So that is news for Mr. Stanford today. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple at one point was lagging the market pretty badly. It is still lagging, though well off its lows. You can see stuck underneath its 50-day moving average here. Looks like a tired stock to me. Looks like a stock that's probably going to continue to base for a little while. Apple will start to move higher if institutional buying starts to pick up again in the stock. What you've had is a lot of institutional selling in Apple, not much in the way of institutional buying, resulting in lackluster price performance in the stock, and literally a buy up or a dry up, I should say, in buying demand. Stock is down 16 cents right now to $5.72. 50-day moving average for now looks like resistance. Another former leader in a little bit of trouble here, been lagging the market for some time. Let's take a look at Priceline. Still stuck underneath its 50-day moving average, lagging the market badly today, down $8.31, 1.3% to $638.19 for Priceline. When I'm looking for new leadership in the market, I'm really not going to be looking at a name like Priceline here. This is a stock that has made a major price move already. I think the big money has probably already been made. Exposure to Europe here is a problem, but again, it is corrected from about $750 a share down to its current price level around $638. Don't believe at this point that the stock is on sale. Another former leader where buying demand is drying up. Let's take a look at shares of Athena Health, ATHN. This is an interesting company. A technical breakout recently, but the problem with this breakout is there just is no volume behind the recent price strength. I think that's problematic. In my opinion, I respect Athena Health's price strength. This is a software company that provides billing, collection, medical record management software for physician practices. Okay, so they're in a niche market, but fundamentals are really solid at Athena Health. Technically, it's strong. It did reverse in fairly heavy volume yesterday. You can see that right here after a breakout Tuesday, but the volume was slightly above average. I know it was higher than what you see here in previous sessions, but volume on the breakout day was just slightly above average. Not clear to me that Athena Health is truly being accumulated. Seeing some breakouts like this where just not a whole lot of conviction behind the buying. All right, folks, headed into the first break here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll talk about more growth stocks when we come back. We'll be right back.
It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pesavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing. You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Stock market corrections are the number one reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy that is bulletproof against the turmoil of our stock markets. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Under Breaking News, click on Success is a Numbers Game to receive this must-have free report. This bulletproof strategy may be days away from giving the next signal. Don't neglect your retirement, and don't neglect this signal. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com to order your free copy of Success is a Numbers Game today. Implement the disciplines contained in this report, and success will be yours for the taking.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. And, I got to tell you, that was very surreal. I went on air at, about 3:07, 3:08 Eastern Time, and getting ready to talk about a market that was, giving back early gains, kind of fading to a whimper into the close here, and then boom, there's a rumor that the Fed is ready to act, and they have their 2-day meeting next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you see the market just racing ahead, and just an incredible move by the market. But here we are now, where we're kind of back to where we were when I opened the show, with the Nasdaq Composite bleeding again. Just such volatile whipsaw action out there. Tough to play, frankly. But the Composite right now, in the bottom half of its trading range again. Up 3 points, 0.1%. It hit an intraday high of 28.42. It's now about 22 points below that intraday high. So volatile session for the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, which also popped strongly on this Fed rumor. It's now slightly in the bottom half of its trading range, up close to 8 points, 0.6% to 13.22. I still maintain that I don't think a lot of people are going to want to be short headed into this weekend with the Greek election on Sunday looming large, and I don't think people are going to want to have aggressive short positions ahead of the two-day Fed meeting, because there is a possibility that we could see some form of stimulus by the Fed next week on Wednesday. So what that means, does that mean we're going to get a follow-through day? No, it doesn't mean that. I just think that it's just not an environment where people are going to want to get aggressively short with some potentially good headlines on the horizon for the market. Okay, so before we went into break, talked about a low volume breakout for Athena Health, ATHN. Let's also take a look at Family Dollar Stores, FDO. This stock is was moving impressively in heavy volume today. It's it gapped up, huge volume today. There was an analyst at MKM Partners who raised earnings estimates for the dollar retailer. FDO broke out of a flat base over $70 a share. You can see it's trading near its session low today. It hit an intraday high of 74.73. Currently trading around 72.57. So in my view, this stock is still within buying range here. There's some good accumulation going on in the stock today. Typically, when you see a gap up in price like this, it's not good to see a close near the session low, and that could be taking shape with Family Dollar Stores. Bottom line is that this is a very, very difficult environment for technical breakouts. The best chance that technical breakouts have for succeeding is it's very simple. When the market's in a confirmed uptrend, when there are enough signs that new institutional money is coming in from the sidelines, that's not happening yet either. So until you start to see renewed signs of institutional buying in the market, I think that heavy volume breakouts are going to be very tough, and that is exactly why I've been treading cautiously with my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. I still have a fairly significant cash position. I do have some long positions open that are working and are not giving me serious cause for concern. So I've been nibbling here and there, but I've been managing risk. I haven't been taking big positions to start. I've just been nibbling and seeing what works. If it works, I stick with it. If it doesn't work, I cut it loose and keep a small loss manageable. So I still have some long positions open. Actually added another stock today. So I'm just selectively nibbling, knowing that I'm taking on additional risk in a market that where an uptrend has not been confirmed yet. But in isolated situations, I'm okay with taking on added risk, because I have a plan with every stock I buy. I know that. And I articulate that to subscribers too. Subscribers that don't want to take on some additional risk, they don't have to follow me, and that's that's fine too. So taking it very slow, cautiously in this type of market environment. Bottom line is I just still have not seen a buy signal in the major averages. Again, today being day 9 of a rally attempt for the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ Composite, New York Stock Exchange Composite, basically all of the major averages. All right, heading into break, let's take a look at Edwards Life Sciences. Big day for this stock, up 6.6% to 96.56. News here. Medical device maker received approval from the FDA yesterday for its Sapien transcatheter heart valve for wider use. Very, very strong stock here. Strong volume. Good day for Edwards Life Sciences, ticker EW. We'll be right back, folks.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report, with over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar. The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her Small Cap Roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about technical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you, 877-927-6648, toll-free number if you want to give me a call, talk about this market. Checking in on the major averages, 25 minutes left to go in Thursday's session. The Dow up 135 points, 1.1% to 12,631. NASDAQ now up 11 points, 0.4% to 2829. And the S&P 500 up close to 12 points, 0.9% to 1326. So a reasonable session shaping up so far for the stock market. Mentioned volume, not much volume. It has picked up a little bit, actually. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange looks like it's tracking about 5 to 10% higher than what we saw yesterday, which was just over 700 million shares. NASDAQ volume picking up the pace a little bit, still on pace to come in right around 1.6 billion shares. So below average. We'll see how we end here. Economic data today. Weekly jobless claims up 6,000 to 386,000. Estimate was for a small decline to 375,000, so a little bit of a disappointment there. We also have the latest reading on the Consumer Price Index. Overall prices fell 0.3%. The estimate was for a 0.2% decline. Core prices were up 0.2%, a little bit hotter than expected. Core rate estimate was for a 0.1% gain. So that's it on consumer prices. Gold, 5 wins in a row now, up 20 cents to $1,619.60 an ounce. Gold's charts starting to look a little bit interesting here. You see the IAU. This is the gold ETF run by iShares. It is up 5 cents to 15.82, just kind of trading around its 50-day moving average here. IAU is actually not that far from a resistance level. It's June 6th intraday high of 15.98 right here. So that's the swing point. Looks to me like it's possible that swing point could get taken out here. 5 wins in a row shaping up for IAU. Gold not looking too bad here, actually. Crude oil up $1.29 today to $83.91 a barrel. Let's check in on the USO, which is the United States Oil Fund. We'll see that it is trading up near a session high, up 61 cents. 2% to 31.72. A lot of technical damage, of course, done to oil in recent weeks due to just worldwide growth slowdown concerns. A couple of earnings reports to take a look at today. Let's check in on Kroger. Kroger's not the typical growth stock I would target for my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter, but stock is having a big day today after really getting hit pretty hard in price since March thereabouts, but Kroger up 5.7% to $22.50, trading up near its session high. See a good day for the stock. The grocery chain raised its profit outlook and said it would repurchase $1 billion in stock. Let's take a look at home furnishings retailer Pier 1 Imports also reported earnings. After hitting an intraday high of 16.48, it's trading near its session low, but still up 2% to 15.89. Pier 1 Imports, I really still look at this stock as being a broken stock as well, trading underneath its 50-day moving average, basing consolidating gains. It's going to have a lot of overhead supply to work through as it gets up close to this swing point here. Looks like it's just over 17.50, but decent numbers at Pier 1. Earnings were up 33% from a year ago to 16 cents a share. Sales growth decelerated slightly from the prior quarter, up only 8% to $361.1 million. All right, let's take a look at some strong stocks here. Stocks that have a chance of working if buyers continue to come into this market. Biogen IDEC having a strong day today, up $4.40, 3.3% to $138.62. You can see a nice move here. Stock showing relative price strength. Let's take a look at a weekly chart for Biogen IDEC. The main issue I have with Biogen, I've received a couple of emails about this stock today. Clearly a very, very strong price performer in the market, has been riding its 10-week moving average higher for some time. The issue I have here is that anytime a stock bases and consolidates gains, you really want to see it do it for at least 5 weeks. And it's not a big deal, but Biogen IDEC's current consolidation here is only about 4.5 or close to 5 weeks long. And so it's trying to break out over a swing point here. Volume not overly impressive. Still not clear to me that this stock is under massive accumulation. Again, breakouts really have the best chance of succeeding when there are pretty clear signs a stock is under accumulation. There are a lot of stocks out there showing relative price strength like Biogen, but the big missing ingredient is institutional accumulation, and it just doesn't look like it's happening in spades with Biogen. That said, it is a stock acting very, very well in the market and certainly outperforming very well today. So Biogen IDEC having a great day. Let's check in on our friend Equinix, EQIX. This is a very strong stock, very strong technicals as well. Watching this one closely. Don't want to load up too quickly here. You know, there's some stocks out there acting well, but again, I'm happy with the number of long positions I have in the model portfolio right now. If the market should give me a buy signal in coming days, I won't be afraid to expand the current holdings and nibble at some more stocks. But Equinix doing well today, up 1.6% to 169.18. Very strong technical setup here. Basically, Equinix is a data center operator. Companies, dealing with large amounts of data. What they do is they lease space from Equinix to house basically computer servers. So this is just a good growth area in technology, and Equinix is probably the leader in the space. So like this name a lot. Stock having a good day today, up $2.71 to 169.18. Still has not broken out yet, but this is a breakout candidate for sure. Let's check in on Trip. Haven't looked at this name in a while. We talked about Priceline being under pressure for a long time. Looks like it's ready to potentially surrender its leadership position in the market. But Trip, underperforming today, down $1.59, 3.5% to 43.43. This stock is not at a buy right now. What I really want to see TripAdvisor do, I like this company. I like the potential. It's a relatively new company. It was spun off from Expedia late last year. They're basically a website that it's an online travel website that aggregates reviews of members about various destinations around the world, accommodations, so you can just get reviews. You're thinking about going to a place, just read what other people are saying about it. So it's a pretty successful stock with good fundamentals, but this one needs to base, plain and simple. It needs to base, take a breather, consolidate gains, move sideways. Once it does that, I'll be interested in perhaps considering a position here. But until it does that, I am not a buyer up at these levels. I have to give credit to Whole Foods Market. This is another stock that continues to show relative price strength out here. It has made a big move already. Some will call it a late stage base. In other words, just a big run has already been made. But, I mean, it's just holding near highs, acting very, very well. Kind of a wild day of trading for the stock. Yesterday has probably made it a slightly flawed technical picture. But Whole Foods is up nicely today, up 1.9% today to 91.57. So that is the leader in the natural foods space. I've talked bullishly about the fresh market. I still like this company. Think it's going to be good competition for Whole Foods going forward. Fresh Market has been under selling pressure recently, trading right around its 50-day moving average now. There's a big share offering at Fresh Market, which hurt shares of this company, but it is bouncing back today a little bit in decent volume, up 1% to $51 a share. Let's take a look at a weekly chart for the Fresh Market. Here it is right here. The last time to properly buy this stock is when it broke out from this base on base pattern here. You see one base that formed right here. It broke out, didn't make much progress. It started to move sideways, then it broke out again. So the last proper swing point here was 46.92. At this point, I'm not going to wait for the Fresh Market to come down to 46.92 and say, okay, it's a buy. What I'd like to see it do from here is just form another base, move sideways. Perhaps the recent low it put in around 50 is going to hold. It moves sideways. That's a floor for the stock, and maybe it eventually breaks out again. But I still like fundamentals at Fresh Market. Whole Foods also obviously a legitimate player in that space. Let's move on. Take a look at Under Armour. Again, tough environment for technical breakouts. Under Armour, very wishy-washy price action recently. Big reversal on Monday in heavy volume. Stock rallies back Tuesday in light volume. Stock reverses again, and volume wasn't extreme to the downside, but you've got two pretty nasty reversals over the past 4 trading sessions in Under Armour. And when you see this type of price action in a stock that is trying to break out to new highs, it's generally not a good sign. Under Armour is bouncing back today, up 66 cents to 101.59, still below the initial swing point of 102.86, which was back over here set in April. So Under Armour, another example of how breakouts are just having a tough time in the current market environment. Same thing that can be said for Questcor Pharmaceuticals. Big move for the stock. Nice strong breakout on Tuesday. No follow through though, which isn't the end of the world. QCor has not broken down yet, but it's down for 2 days in a row now. Right now, only down 4 cents to 46.65. So Questcor's breakout has not failed yet, but again, when you see a stock break out, you like to see some follow through. You like to see continued buying interest. The fact that it's down 2 days in a row after its breakout isn't that big a deal, because volume has been mostly light to the downside. Still like this company a lot. Highly profitable drug maker whose main drug is Acthar gel. It's their main source of revenue at this point, but Acthar gel is used to treat multiple sclerosis, MS, infantile spasms, and a kidney condition called nephrotic syndrome. Drug is also being looked at as a treatment for rheumatology conditions, and in fact, I believe it's next week, June 14th. No, today's June 14th. They had a press conference scheduled. And I should have the date, but I don't. It might have even been today. Sorry, a little bit unprepared on that, but QCor had a press conference scheduled to talk about additional, like what the company's game plan is going to be for Acthar gel and its potential use for rheumatology conditions. Let's take a look at Michael Kors, too. We had very nice numbers from Michael Kors Holdings yesterday. This is the affordable luxury brand. But again, just how difficult this market is. Tuesday, the stock, came right up to its 50-day moving average, got turned away. Numbers were just huge at Michael Kors. I know a lot of growth guys that like this stock. Bottom line is it's still a base-building stock, and a stock that is still in quite a bit of technical trouble here. After a big move Tuesday, it reversed hard on Wednesday and is trading near its session low again today, down 2.7% to 37.80. So pretty weak action in Michael Kors after its earnings-inspired move earlier this week on Tuesday. Another stock here that looks interesting to me is BioReference Labs. Recently saw nice earnings from BioReference Labs. Had a wild day of trading last week. That was on, I believe, June 7th when they reported, but the stock since then is now working on 5 straight price gains. Seeing a fair amount of accumulation in this stock, too. It is up another 3.4% today to 24.34. I wrote an article about BioReference Labs earlier today over at realmoney.com. This is an interesting company. It has a market cap of below $1 billion. It's probably right around $700 million at this point, but they're a provider of lab testing services used by healthcare providers. And fundamentals are pretty solid here. They're going to be able to grow annual earnings 26% this year, 18% in 2013. So an innovative company that does have some healthcare reform headwinds to deal with, but I just thought their CEO in their earnings conference call last week seemed very grounded and very confident about this company's prospects. BRLI, an interesting small cap here, acting well in generally a weak tape. A little bit surprised about eBay here. Expecting eBay to perform a little better. It's still holding above its 50-day moving average, a stock that clearly is not broken down yet, but it's down, looks like down four days in a row now. Not by much today, down 2 cents to 40.15. Still waiting for institutional buying to pick back up in eBay. Like the company's growth story here, stock is looking a little tired here, but can't rule out a breakout in eBay. All right, folks, headed into the final break. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gained access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pesavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com.
Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also a special guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing on TFNN as we head into the close here. Looks like we're going to get a close near highs. A pretty decent performance today for the market. Dow right now up 154 points. 1.25% to 12,650. The Nasdaq up close to 19 points, call it 0.7% to 2837. S&P 500 up 14 points, 1.1% to 1329. As it stands right now, it's been very volatile during the last hour of trading or so. There was kind of scuttlebutt that central banks and the Fed itself may be ready to enact some stimulus here. Volume right now in the market looks like we're tracking higher on the New York Stock Exchange right now. Still pretty close to Wednesday's levels on the NASDAQ composite. So we'll just have to see how things shake out by the close here. But good to see a finish near highs with decent gains today for the market ahead of the Greek election on Sunday, as well as the two-day Fed meeting, which looms next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, folks, if you follow me on Twitter, I don't give out my Twitter handle very much, but it's at Ken Shreve on Twitter. And you know that I like to tweet about the stock market, of course, and I like to tweet about sports as well, and sometimes what my kids are up to, and but I do like golf a lot, and so I wanted to just check in on the U.S. Open leaderboard here, day one at the Olympic Club in San Francisco, California, and Tiger Woods making a good show of it early. The leader in the clubhouse is a guy named Michael Thompson, who I don't know much about, but he is currently 4 under par, good for a 3-shot lead. Only 4 players under par at this point. Tiger Woods is one of them. He's tied for second right now at -1, along with David Toms. It was interesting listening to Bubba Watson during a press conference. It was either yesterday or the day before, but kind of complaining about the course, saying he didn't really like it that much. So not surprising to see Bubba 8 over par. He's got 1 hole to play, so not a good day for Bubba. And then 14-year-old Andy Zhang, Z-H-A-N-G, the 14-year-old amateur who got in late because of an injury to Paul Casey. He's got 3 holes to play or so, and he's also +8 on the day. But story right now: Tiger Woods tied for second at -1. So that's what's going on there, folks. Don't forget Ultimate Growth Stocks, my newsletter, updates every Tuesday at TFNN. I send out a weekly update to subscribers, and then I send out email buy and sell alerts in between. So the model portfolio is taking shape. I did add another stock today, a healthcare name. I've got a few long positions here, but really, like I said earlier in the show, have been taking it relatively slowly. Not convinced that this market is ready to start heading higher, but hopefully, we'll get good news over the weekend from Greece. If the basically 2 parties that are running over there, and the election is about whether or not Greece is going to stay in the Eurozone or not. So if the party that wins means that they're going to stay in the Eurozone, I think that's what the market wants. And then again, I think the Fed meeting next week is probably. I wouldn't be surprised to see it have some good news in it somewhere for the market. So we'll keep our fingers crossed here for more continued strength in the market. And until then, that's going to put the finishing touches on the program. You go to kenshreve.com. That's going to take you to my TFNN page where you can get a free trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks. Just click on the green banner. And coming up next, the Tom O'Brien Show from 4 to 6 on TFNN. Appreciate you listening. As always, have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.